So listen, I'm guilty. Guilty as charged. I've not seen the Arnold Schwarzenegger Running Man. Slap me in the face how many times you want. I don't care. We're judging the Edgar Wright, Glen Powell Running Man. And I will have to say, I was very disappointed. Chase Liaki here with the Blue Futon reviewing The Running Man. So it's about a pretty simple premise. We are in a dystopian America and very class system, low and high, so there's no middle class anymore. And to get quote unquote money, you got to play a lot of these games, like game shows. And one big one is The Running Man, and you got to stay alive for 30 days. So every day you stay alive, you get more money, as well as if you kill a hunter or other people, more money get put into the bank. But of course, there's rules of the game that are manipulative. AI and the government/media corporations will always win. Or will they? So as you can tell from the very beginning, before my little video thing, I was not impressed with this movie at all. I don't know if it was the tonal shifts, the messaging, the different characters involved, where I was just like, oh, like what are we actually trying to say? Because it was a complete mixed bag for me. Positives, when you could say there was action, there wasn't that much action that I thought there was going to be. It was fine. I mean, when looking at other Edgar Wright movies like Hot Fuzz, you could go to Scott Pilgrim, you could even look at Baby Driver. It was visceral. It felt, even though, okay, Scott Pilgrim didn't feel realistic, but it had its own sense of flair to it. Baby Driver, I felt like I was in the car. I was in the director's chair on the hood of the car with Jamie Foxx, with, why am I forgetting the guys' names? But like John Hamm and others in this movie. Kevin Spacey. I felt like I was with them during these car chases here. I felt like I was a side character, even though it probably is supposed to feel that way, because the whole point is you're kind of all these cameras are watching Glen Powell throughout these 30 days. Sure, but the directing just didn't flesh out for me. The writing, I think that was the worst part of the film. I just didn't like what it was trying to do, say, or just the different character motivations, right? Because Glen Powell, he had an anger management issue throughout this film, but then sometimes, like, if you have an anger management issue and you're willing to, like, I just didn't believe that he's willing to help all these people, like, throughout the job, and he still has this much of an anger management issue. Like, it just didn't, like, the meshing of his character and his motivations just didn't flesh out as a complete character, in my opinion. Michael Cera's mom, another one where I'm just like, I just didn't believe that side story of Michael Cera and the mom and just the motivations there. It just felt awkward. And then, this has very much of an anarchy or anti-fascist message. And with Che, and it's just kind of funny, that, like, even in Michael Cera's thing, they pull up a poster where it's like an anarchy thing, Che, and then Glen Powell goes, let's go white, and he goes radical. I mean, do you guys not know, like, people that motivated by Che, he was a racist, he was a homophobe, he was a mass murderer for the Cuban Revolutionary? So I don't know if you really want him to be your overarching, like, I want to be like him in the anarchist handbook, or like Stalin. I'm just like, what? So you have little things like that. I don't know if it's supposed to be a play on, but it was leaning more in that category, especially when he was talking to that one lady in the movable car or the automatic car, where she's like, the Karen, the, like, rich white lady thing, and you're just like, okay, I understand what you're trying to go for in her character arc at the end, where it's like, oh, now I need to feel better. She just felt like the black box character, where she's the black box on Facebook, and that's all she does, or she'll put flags in her bio and her pronouns, all of that. That's who she's supposed to be, and that was very annoying as well. And the whole scarf thing and the whole class system, it was like, okay, whatever. Like, at a point, I was just, like, starting to roll my eyes at a lot of this movie because of the different tonal shifts and what the movie was actually trying to say. And this is a long film, folks. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes. I watched Nuremberg and then Running Man. I felt the runtime in Running Man way more than Nuremberg, okay? So that tells you something, that if an action comedy feels longer than a crime drama about persecuting the Nazi second in command, you have a pacing problem, in my opinion. Yeah, sure, the look of the dystopian America looks cool, even though they filmed this in London. So I found that a little bit interesting as well. It's like, why can't you just film this in America? Oh, that's right, because the director is from England, and you can't make a dystopian American movie in America because it's more like Europe, right? So it should have been made in Europe because this is more dystopian. Probably wrong. Europe's going to be like, right, well, like if you make a meme, you go to jail. Also, there are some tongue-in-cheek things that connect to Stephen King, the author, being in Maine. As why not just film the movie in Maine? Why don't we just do that? And then also Arnold Schwarzenegger being on some dollar bills in this movie. Colman Domingo, like his character is also very awkward being the host of the show. Like, again, just the tonal shifts of like him, Josh Brolin, William H. Macy, who's barely in this movie, Michael Cera, who's barely in this movie, and then Glen Powell's antics. It was just like, okay, what are we actually trying to say? And then we also, I think his name is Hawking. Corey Hawking's also in this movie, if not mistaken. And his character arc of like having the weird character mask and being a YouTuber, exposing the Running Man, it just didn't fit the film. I don't know what it was. Like, it was just so tonally all over the place and just a mixed bag of what it was actually trying to say or do with these different characters. And this is kind of funny, too, where every character that wants to kill him, like the hillbilly white guy, you're just like, okay, what are we trying to say? What are we trying to do? And the more I think about, the Running Man, it's more a very incohesive mess. It's $100+ million cohesive mess. And I really thought this was going to be better than Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I still haven't seen Now You See Me, Now You Don't, and I'm not looking forward to it because I thought the second one was so atrocious. Hopefully, it's better than the second one. We will see, but the trailers are pretty bad. But The Running Man, I was highly disappointed with this movie. I thought, yes, some cool action set pieces, sure, some fun here and there, but the overarching themes, the messaging, the tongue-in-cheek killing, it just didn't work for me. Like, this movie cohesively was a hot mess. So The Running Man will receive a 2 out of 5 with Futons, which goes at 40%. So let's see the critics and user scores gave this one. So we have critics a 65% with 225, audience score 79% with over 1,000 critic consensus. Sprintily sprinting through grim source material, Edgar writes The Running Man doesn't live up to the director's high bar of innovative action extravaganzas, but maintains a slick stride. Also, I thought they were going to go hardcore with the ending of the film, like the book. They don't do that because the tonal of the movie, the tones were just all over the freaking place. 65, 40, 79. Chase Hockey with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of those Butontopia. Yeah, Blue Futon. Thank you for watching. Great day. Come watch the tape tomorrow. Week from with you. Your followers. Go freak one of you. Peace, love, peace, love. And yeah, Running Man didn't do shit for me.